What's up, guys? It's Thursday night. We're live. The red light is on. Dave Van Auken, the Dave Van Auken Show, and I'm so damn pumped. I've been trying to do this for months, maybe a year, pushing a year. The Prez of Pitbull Mafia, Danielle Pitbull. How are you? What's up?
Let's go. I'm so good. I'm so happy. We're on weight, so I'm drinking water today. I'm excited.
Me too. Yeah, I'm watering up. I won't be drinking water in Milwaukee a week from now, but right now I'm drinking water. Cannot wait. Gamebred Boxing for April 1st, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in a 19,000 seat arena. Me just saying that out loud to you. How excited are you for that night to happen?
I didn't know it was 19,000 seats.
It's a lot.
Until right now. This is the first time I'm finding out how many seats. And I bet you it's sold out because Masvidal does a great job of promoting his show.
Yeah.
So it's going to be packed. I'm so excited to fight them, especially on this show.
Tell me the story. So I've known about this card for a long, long time. I've known about some key opponents and factors and stuff of that nature. And then Masvidal kind of broke everything. I would like probably a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And then I knew PG, Pro Gonzalez, and Gina's on the card. Even another female fight I talked to, it's Win versus Win. How funny is that? It's B Win versus Andy Win. But then all of a sudden, like Dean says, like, yeah, I think you're going to fight on the card. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And then I know you as an MMA fighter. Yeah. Also WWE, we'll get into that in a second. But when did this come to be? When did you be like, yeah, I'm going to take this boxing match?
Well, I started my career. I was a fighter. I won Golden Gloves. So like boxing's my pride and joy.
Okay.
It's very hard to get boxing fights as an amateur. Like USA Boxing, but like on boxing cards, there's no boxing regional scene. There's just USA Boxing. You have to travel. And as an amateur, like paying for travel is insane. So the boxing I always wanted to do, I just couldn't do. So I was like, all right, we're doing MMA. So I got into MMA. You obviously saw the knockout that made my name big. But still, like boxing's like my pride and joy. And I've just been going from camp to camp, doing MMA, getting as much MMA knowledge as I can. But I still love boxing so much. So I went to a few different gyms. I started my career in 2017 at American Top Team, Coconut Creek.
Okay.
And so I started there as an AMI. And then when COVID hit, it became an only pro gym. Right. Split off, went to Goat Shed, went to KO Zone, went to John Wayne Kung Fu. I looked at a few other gyms. And now, just a month ago, I got a tryout to go to American Top Team Coconut Creek again. So as a pro now, so exciting. And this is through Sucker Punch and through Lex, the owner of Titan. They got me a tryout, which was like the hardest thing to get. Just to get in the door as a tryout was hard. Like they don't let anybody in, you know. So I got into the gym. Probably I think it was more nerve-wracking than WWE tryout. Like, wow, it was just like saying something because I was there for 2 years as an amateur. Right. So for me to say nerve-wracking, it was different because the amateur American Top Team, we would watch the pros train and not be allowed to talk to anybody or be near the mat. So it's like an honor to even just be on the same mats as these people. So I know it's a long story, but it's coming to the end of what happened. Basically, at the end of my first week of tryout, it was going into my second week of the tryout. I was there every day for every single class, meeting everyone that I've idolized since I started there. Like I was nobody. Like I started there at American Top Team, and on the mats one day was Masvidal, and I was just like, I tried my best all the days not to fangirl anybody because I'm in a tryout. Like I shouldn't be taught. Like I'm dog shit. Like there's no, like I am humbled. Like I was getting I still am, but I am nobody in that gym. You know, I'm the bottom barrel girl. Anybody. So I'm like not trying to go up to him, but I was like, I'm just gonna go up and say something. So at the end of practice, it was in Mike Brown's class. I go up to Mike Brown. I go to Mike Brown. And I go, it's an honor to be in your class. Like I've admired your class for all these years, and now I'm finally in it. So thank you for having me today. And he actually like came by and taught me stuff in the tryout phase, which he didn't have to. I'm a nobody. Like you go train your pros. I say Masvidal, like, hey, like it's really also an honor to be on the mats with you. I don't think you know this. And I like instantly started crying, and he like looked at me. He's like, whoa, what happened? I said, a few months before my dad passed away, he actually met you. You were doing a meet and greet at T-Mobile for to promote one of his fights. It was the KO of the knee, the Askren fight.
Wow.
And he met my dad, and he was very nice to my dad. He took a picture with my dad, and I couldn't make it that day. I literally pulled up like right after everyone left. So I pulled up to the event, but I never even met him. It was only my dad. My dad did not believe in fighting. My mom doesn't believe, like, it's not in my family. Like, I'm the black sheep.
Sure.
That day when he came home, he was like, Danielle, like, I met this guy, Jorge Masvidal. He was so nice. He was so nice to me. He told me, if you keep training, you'll be able to make it one day. Like, just stay at it. And after that, he actually started following MMA because of Masvidal. Because before that, he's like, oh, MMA fighters, like, what? Like, they're mean people. Like, don't be in that crowd. And then when he met him, it was like he saw the light. Like, oh, there's opportunity there. Like, these people actually train hard and work hard. So I told him my story of my dad. I'm just crying my eyes out. I don't even know him at all. And he's just like, it's okay. You're doing this for your dad. Like you have a why. Like, and he consoled me. And then he was like, when's your next fight? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to sound cheesy. Like, this sounds bad, but like, I've been talking to Dean for like a year trying to get on his promotion. And I know you're doing Gamebred, and I love boxing. Like, I would love to be on the card. He's like, all right, got it. You'll be on. Within days, I have a matchup, and I'm just like, how the hell is this even? Like, it was so organic.
Yeah,
and he's like such a nice human. Like, he didn't have to do this. Like, I didn't go in asking for a fight. I went in saying like, yo, thank you for what you did to my dad before he passed, because without that, my dad would have never like seen like the start of MMA. He never saw the knockout. My dad died before any fight happened. He never seen me fight, period. So just the fact that my dad even liked MMA was only because of Masvidal.
How cool is that? That's awesome. All right, so a couple things there to like run with. I kind of want to go in so many different angles. One is like I kind of want to jump on how crazy is it? Like, to me, that's life, right? Everyone always says like opportunities and knocks and stuff, like, but yeah, if you don't go up there just to talk to him to say, hey, appreciate it, thank you, and say that, and then have that conversation, and then, oh wait, yeah, I do box, okay, cool, I'll get you in the car. Like, that's how life works. It's wild on how much that life works. And then kind of back to Masvidal, like a lot of people who don't know him or never met him yet or through MMA, they think of him a certain way because he has like an aura about him. He is a superstar, you know what I mean? All that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, he is, like, I've literally commentated his events. I've been with them. I've been to clubs with them, drinks with them 30 different times. He's the nicest dude. He's the most regular dude ever. Like, I remember walking down the streets of Pensacola, and he's a big deal, and people want to take pictures. And like, you think sooner or later he would get like a little bit like tight with it. He shook hands with everyone, took pictures with everyone. He's like the real, like, people's champ. He's really that guy. It's amazing.
Yeah, like super humble, super nice. And I didn't know what to expect. I'm thinking like he's gonna fly knee me. I don't know. I was just like, I was trying to be quick. Like, thank you, Mike Brown, for letting me in your class and teaching me today. And thank you, Masvidal. And then like I was like, I don't want to say this, but like I have to say it. And like I couldn't even talk. I started crying the moment I said my dad's name, and he was just, he could have been like, like, thanks. Like, right. He sat there while I was crying and was like, it's okay. Like, you like, this is why you're doing, like, he could have just walked away. Like, who's this random girl? She sucked. I watched her get choked out today. Like, I don't know. Like, you didn't even talk to me, period.
We're about one more on the gym, and then we'll go right into Gamebred Boxing 4. Like I said, I got more stuff for you too, of course. Awesome. When you're at American Top Team right now, are you, and of course you have a fight literally within a week. Well, you know, you're gonna be flying to Milwaukee in 3-4 days, whatever. And I know you're super into boxing now. Are you there at ATT to just train boxing, just train MMA, or do literally both? Like you're literally just seeing what happens, whatever opportunity jumps.
Yeah, we're doing both. Like, I went in for an MMA camp. Like, I had CFFC. Like, that was my next fight. It was not even supposed to be boxing, but I haven't been secured with an opponent or a date. So I was just like, I don't know what my next fight is. And I just signed with Sucker Punch only 2 weeks ago. So at the point of me talking to Masvidal, I wasn't with Sucker Punch. It was like days later. So
wow.
I didn't have a game plan. Like once I finally signed with Sucker Punch, they gave me a game plan. Here's what I'm gonna do. And I was like, hey, by the way, I have Gamebred. And they're like, oh, perfect. But as soon as we win this fight, we have plans to go back to MMA. But
okay.
I'm happy with both. But yeah,
Right.
I do have a boxing camp, and I was doing both in the beginning, and I was doing everything. And then once they're like, oh, you're 3 weeks out, like Danielle, no more MMA class, no more Mako Mondays. I was like, I want to go. Don't let me not go.
Legendary Mako Monday, legendary.
Yo,
it's so funny.
So you can't go to the favorite class.
right. What? And me being I live in Daytona Beach, Florida, 45 minutes away from Orlando, Florida. But still, out of every gym that I know people at, the most is at American Top Team. Like those are some of my best friends in the whole industry is at ATT. Some of the guys there and girls there probably that you train with and take pictures with. I'm like, oh, dude, that's one of my best friends. So it's crazy that, now you're there doing your thing. It's nuts. All right. Another thing I want to give you a compliment, big compliment. Before we get into more questions about Gamebred is, so like I said, so I've been seeing you from afar. I would say just let's throw out a year, right? You get the knockout. From afar, I love your absolute, like, it seems like you're in the gym every freaking day, morning, night shift, every single day, weekends, you never take off. And I love like how much I saw you made a post about even Dylan and how he's fighting and how cool that is to be on the same card. And like, I know the word cheerleader has like a negative thing to it, but like, I mean, like you just have the best energy, the flow, like you just have the best, like, seems like you're the best teammate. So like from afar, I just want to give you that compliment. It just seems like, like I want to be a part of that. Like I want to be a part of your crew. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome that you bounce off that. There you go. So, because like not a lot of people have that, because the fight game, one, is hard, that, like it's fucking hard, and two, it is an individual sport. Of course you have a team and train partners, but at the end of the day it's one-on-one, the cage closes or you walk into those ropes, and but it just seems like you have this great team energy to you.
Like thank you for that compliment. I appreciate it. I feel like that ties, I'm not even doing self promo, I'm just saying, like, the Mafia, I could have left it as Danielle Pitbull, but I chose to, as soon as I started, we need to make a brand, Pitbull Mafia, because I feel like I want to include everyone. And so many of these gyms, like, will separate entities. And it's fine, it works. But if you want to go far, you go with a team. If you want to go fast, you go alone. It's just, I was there for so many people. Like, how many times do you see on my Instagram? It's not even me. I'm not even in the video. I'm behind that camera.
Right.
Because karma comes around. Like all these times of me at BKFC and helping all my friends, and now going to Titan, going to like amateur events, going to Combat Night, to Rise, like all of those, and supporting everyone. Like now it's full circle. But I try to support everyone because I know this shit's lonely. Like it's a lonely sport. No matter
it's a business, it's a hard business, it's a cutthroat business. But to me, been in it, I would say 4 or 5 years. It's the best business in the world. There's nothing I would rather do ever. All right, let's talk about your opponent real quick. That's Miss Danielle Wynn. She's actually fought on Gamebred Boxing before against PG Pearl Gonzalez, who's fighting on this card. What do you know of her? Did you watch her tape? Did you have your teammates watch your tape? What do you think of your opponent?
We watched her tape. We're very happy with our opponent. I'm excited to fight. I'm happy she said yes. I'm at the point where so many ops pulled out. That's why I'm not active. It's like you said, I was in the gym. I have nothing but respect for every opponent that's given to me, but nobody says yes. And that knockout was like the best and worst thing that happened to me, because yay, stock went up, but like no, it didn't. Like no one fights. No, I respect her for saying yes. I'm happy that we're fighting. Her name is Danielle. Like no, I'm not bantering. I'm not doing my pit bullshit, talking shit, because I'm just happy to fight, and I'm happy she's willing to fight. At this point, like, it's a respect game. I'm happy that she's being respectful as well, because I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna give respect when it's given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
True.
I have beef, you know. Like it would be very obvious. I don't have beef. I don't know her. I'm just happy that she took the fight at this point.
Awesome. It's gonna be a good one. It's me and Dean were talking about it. It's awesome that there's even 3 female fights, especially in boxing. It seems like females are starting to take off in the MMA scene, which is awesome. But on the boxing side, it's tough. Like, it's very hard. Pearl Gonzalez talked to me about it. Like, there's a lot of shows have 0 boxing female fights. And for this show not have 1, 2, but 3 female fights, that shows a lot about Jorge Masvidal, shows a lot about Dean Toole. But let's get to the rest of the card. If you even want to jump on a female fight, of course. But when you saw this card come out, Roy Jones Jr. and Anthony Pettis on top, Jose Aldo and Jeremy Stevens and Jacare and Vitor Belfort and so many other great fights. Dylan's on the card. Devin Cushion's on the card. Devin Cushion's one of the best young and up-and-coming fighters in the game. What fights are like, oh, my God, I cannot wait? Like, as a fan of the fight game, what fights are you so excited for?
I mean, number one, my home team, Dylan Kleckler. Yeah. Do you know how long we've been waiting for that fight? I was part of the BKFC camp of that fight.
Yep.
Like, we're talking years ago that we did a whole camp for that fight. So to watch Dylan go in there and knock this little meatball out, I am so excited. Jesus. I think I'm more excited for his fight than that's so bad. I'm excited for both of us. That sounds right. I'm just so excited for Dylan. He's been benched for way too long.
And it's so funny because I just saw an interview that Dylan did, and I've talked to Dylan numerous of times and all that stuff, and he's a Pensacola guy, so all that, and he really is like almost everyone that I know likes him and respects him in the course of his career. He's had a great combat sports career, and for some reason, him and Burns, they just like Burns does not like the man, and this is like something that they need to bang it out, like they need to do this, and finally it comes to fruition on April 1st.
I'm so excited. Like, so much internet beef has happened. I've got involved. Like, I usually don't get involved. I'm very like subliminal. Like, you'll know I have beef, but you don't know I have beef. Yo, I was DMing this man like, nah, you gonna lose. Like, I was like, I can't protect Dylan. He's like 3 feet taller than me. But I was like little sister, like, no, you gonna lose me, bro. What you mean? Like, talking my shit. Me and Brittany, his wife, are just like going off, and Dylan's like, no, it's fine. Everyone stay calm. Yeah. Like, Dylan, get mad. Get mad. Be mad with us.
He will on fight night. Like he'll turn that switch. Yeah. But yeah, like even during like the day of and at weigh-ins, like I see him, he's so cool, calm, and collective always. And he's just like, it's like, damn, like this man's about he wants to hurt you. Like this man's he's like, no, it's good, man. I'll be all right. And can't wait. So that's a good one. That's a good one. But okay, let's talk about the main event a little bit. A minute on it. I do WWE. I want to talk about Baby Yoda in the back row there. Anthony, if he like, it's so wild for us. Like that matchup would never exist. Like Anthony Pettis versus Roy Jones Jr. That's like one of the greatest boxers and one of, if not the greatest boxer ever, and one of the greatest lightweights. And they're kind of like 2 different weights as well. So like you just never think it would mesh. And that's the main event. It's such a cool main event, especially Pettis fighting in his home in Milwaukee. Like that is insane for you to be like on that card. Like I cannot wait to be there. Insane.
Excited. I'm excited for that fight because it's like their skill level of boxing is so high on both of them. I'm watching all their film. Like both of them are doing promos like every day, like like bonging, and I'm excited for that fight. I can't even I would like to. The only person that I'll say 100% win is gonna be Dylan because I'm so biased. But for everyone else, I'm just excited to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Dylan, I'm like very biased. Like Dylan's winning. Period. End of story. Like not even the question. Everyone else, I'm like, yo, war.
Right. You just want to see great stuff. I like that. All right, I do want to talk to you a little bit about the WWE stuff because when that hit, that's when you and I started kind of talking about like, hey, I would love to talk to you. I'm like I'm not a closet WWE fan, but like, so I'm in the studio here. I got a little Roman Reigns right there, the figure. So I got all kind of old fun stuff up here. So like, I'm like a wrestling guy. So like, when did that come to be? When did you get that opportunity? What did you think of that opportunity? And is there any like lingering effects? Is that something you might want to do in the future? Or is that like something that's like dead? Tell me just the whole experience.
Well, okay, WWE really, like, just like earlier I said, knockout was like the best and worst thing that happened to me, because then I got a phone call from WWE's calling, you answer that call. I never in a million years even like thought, like, I was not one of those kids that was like a WWE fan. Like I didn't grow up in that thing. I grew up watching football with my dad,
Yeah.
watching baseball, football, basketball, like normal
What's
sports.
your favorite football team?
The Dolphins. We're Miami. We're going to win next year. We going next. I'm from Miami. What you mean? He turns off the podcast. I know we don't have a chance, but we have a chance.
No, it's all right. I'm a Buffalo Bills guy, so we're frenemies. There you go. I like that. But all right, I'm sorry I interrupted you. So WWE called. You're doing the thing. You're not a big WWE fan, but then
I became like, once you find that call, you're like, I was never opposed to it, but I wasn't like raised like WWE. I never went to any of the events or anything. Yeah. I thought it was cool, but I just didn't follow it as a kid. And then like I watched Total Divas and stuff. I thought that was cool, but like I wasn't like a diehard fan back like throughout my childhood. So when I got the call, I was like, "Whoa, this is a cool opportunity! Like this is exciting." And then it happened so fast. They flew me out to Orlando. I did the tryout. You can't tell anyone. It was a complete secret. Me and Hayden from the Sports Culture Podcast, we broke the news, but I wasn't allowed to say anything at all. And it was because they were like sworn to secrecy. You can't tell anyone where you are. Nothing, like no phones or nothing. But day 2 of tryout, because day 1 of it was a 3-day tryout. Day 1 of tryout, I walk into that room. I am an MMA fighter, and I'm this bubbly, loud, and everyone in that room is either going to the NFL, got drafted, Olympic runner, Olympic wrestler, and I'm over here, the MMA fighter, and I'm just the outcast. Like everyone's all clicked up with their football group, like these huge guys, and then these track runners. All these girls are blonde, and I'm brown hair, like yoked up. And like at first I was the outcast, and then I didn't really fit in with the girls. I became one of the bros, because the bros were like, "Yo, you're a fighter, no way, you're the knockout." Like, I became, but there's few girls that I'm friends with. The girl who just won the belt for NXT, she tried out with me.
Really?
I'm drawing a blank. Why do I think it's? I'm drawing a blank. Dang it. We'll find out her name in a second. But yeah, we
Rosa or something. Was it Rosie? Rosen?
Rose. Terrible. It's been a while, but like we still go back and forth on Instagram. Like
she was awesome.
The nice ones, but like there's a lot of people in NXT right now. These are all the people I tried out with. The whole squad made it, and like it was. I do MMA training for all these years. That WWE tryout was probably one of the hardest tryouts ever. Like I went home with bruises up my arm. Like you're still front rolling, back rolling. It's all like, I respect the sport of WWE. What they go through is raw.
Those ropes are hard as shit, right?
So like it's a boxing ring.
Yeah.
That shit is no joke. You're just back and forth. We're running the ropes. We're doing flips. You're running to the next. You have to run. There's a million cameras. Everyone's looking at you. You're with the real WWE coaches. WWE people walking in and out of that facility. That shit was every minute of the day was watched. I loved every moment of it. I was like, now, like once you're getting the trial, I wanted the contract so bad, but things didn't happen and I didn't get the contract. All the coaches were like, "Yo," like my manager was like, well, the person who set me up the recruitment, he was like, "Danielle, you got this. Like I already talked to people in the inside. Like you're good." So when we didn't get the call, we were shocked because I was so different. I was Danielle Pitbull. I had a story. I had a name. But I think what ruined it was I had a story. I had a name. They don't want that.
They want to mold you.
Yes, and I'm already Danielle Pitbull. You can't take it away from me. It's just who I am. Like you could name and I'm still going to go Pitbull. Like you're not going to take it away. And I think they kind of do. Danielle will make it somewhere else on her own. But I wasn't going to be someone that you could switch. Like I'm so pure to this, and I would have probably willingly gave up my name, but then I probably would have resented it for the rest of my life.
Right. Imagine like, you change it to Lacey, right? And then you're at the airport or you're whatever, and then like all these people, all these kids come up, Lacey, Lacey. You're like, it's weird. It really is. All right, two kind of.
But sorry, it happened for a reason.
Right. Yeah. It's everything. I say that all the time. Everything always leads to another thing. Like you have no idea. Like it seems like sometimes you're in this hamster wheel, but like everything or a contact or a person will always lead to another thing. So it's that's life. So we're at April 1st, Gamebred Boxing 4, Milwaukee, live on pay-per-view. Of course, everything goes great that night. What's the rest of the year? What do you want the rest of 2023 to be like?
Well, right after my fight's over, Josh Mercado, my boyfriend, is fighting 6 weeks after, and he's flying out with me to be the corner for this fight. So right after this fight, we go back to helping him for his camp May 9th, which is exciting. So like,
for what organization?
This one's Combat Night.
Okay. So, down there in South Florida.
South Florida. That one's gonna be actually near you, Jacksonville.
Oh, Duval.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
You should come through.
Hey, I might. June 9th, you said?
May 9th. So
May
that
9th.
It's only a few. That would be 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks. But like, yeah, I get on my camp. See what the future holds. Maybe the next Gamebred, I would love to. But until I get a next contract from Sucker Punch or Gamebred, I'm so excited to get Sucker Punch. But I help Josh at his camp. He helps him at mine. So I always kind of keep in my head like my camp, his camp. That's just how it is.
Right.
We help prepare each other.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So with that even being said, so that was part of the 2023. So my kind of like the last question, I guess the bow a little bit is, I got something fun. We'll do something here at the end is in 2025, where's Pitbull Mafia at? What is, if everything goes right, if the next 18 months of hard work and a lot of dominoes fall your way, where are you at in 2025?
We got two avenues we're looking at. It's either we go all the way with boxing, we make it to Showtime, we make it HBO, like we make it there, right. Thriller, like big show, and we stick as a boxer, or I believe in Sucker Punch. I believe in what they could do. I believe in their roster. I believe in Brian Butler, River, the whole squad. I believe with them as my management and the training now I'm getting at ATT, American Top Team. Like I'm underneath Tiago Pitbull. I'm underneath Gabriel Oliveira, Macajon. Like there's no way, and Mike Brown. Like there's no way I can't make it to the UFC. So it's either we go hard with MMA and we make it, or we're going Showtime. But either way, like I believe one of them is in the cards.
Okay. I like that.
But I believe it can happen.
Both big goals, but knowing yourself and your drive and just like your energy and passion, I would assume one of those, or maybe both. You might be the first ever UFC / boxer at the same time. You never know. There's got to be a first. So why not you? Got April 1st, Gamebred Boxing 4 live on pay-per-view. Go to the UFC Fight Pass app and then just go to the pay-per-views. All right, fun thing. We call it Going Bananas. Literally just fun questions. First answer comes to your head. You ready?
I don't know.
Right. What's your favorite day of the week?
Oh, Friday.
Do you have a hidden talent or skill?
I don't really keep stuff hidden. Jesus, everything's so public.
No. Okay. In their prime, who is better, Mike Tyson or Roy Jones Jr.?
You gonna make me look so bad for answering this question. Why do I have to? You know the answer.
Okay.
We both know. Dang it.
Okay. All right. We'll skip it. Here we go. I know you said you don't watch a lot of shows or movies, but do you have an all-time favorite movie character? There we go.
I mean, TV show, but Mandalorian's like a movie every week.
Dude, it's the greatest show maybe ever, and especially right now. It's on fire. It's insane. So good. The best.
Good.
Off the air, we'll have a whole Mandalorian conversation. We'll definitely do that for sure. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Ooh, that's a good one. I love Florida. Like I love Florida, but if I could I could move, I would be closer to where my dad is buried and to my brother, which is New York. That's the homeland.
Okay.
So that would be where I would go.
Okay. What's your favorite Halloween costume that you wore?
I mean, what do you think I wore? The Vader costume is my favorite.
Okay. I
Big,
like that. Oh, that's a good one. What is your absolute dream fight? It could be boxing or MMA.
like my opponent.
Yep. For you, what city would it be at? Madison Square Garden for a championship? Anything you want, you make it. It's your dream.
Oh, yeah, definitely Madison Square Garden. And the op would be, I don't think I'm in her weight class, but I just respect her so much. Like, Clarissa Shields is like the pioneer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not in her weight class, but like, that's like one of the girls I idol in boxing. So that'd be cool.
That's funny. She boxing. She went into MMA. She fought for the PFL. So that's a little one. Maybe this is kind of the same question. Who's your all-time favorite fighter, male or female?
I mean, now, biased reasons, Jorge Masvidal, obviously.
Okay. Last question for you. This is one of the ones we love. If you could have a dinner with two people, dead or alive, who do you go to dinner with?
Oh, I mean, for sure, my dad and my boyfriend Josh. I would. He never got to meet him, so
yeah,
that would be like my last wish. They could meet each other. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Dang it! But yeah, that would be the two people I put in the room.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Very cool. Man, we cannot wait, guys. We're like around a week away. April 1st, Gamebred Boxing 4, Anthony Pettis and Roy Jones Jr., the main event. But do not miss Danielle Wynn versus Danielle Pitbull. Pitbull Mafia is going to take over Milwaukee. We cannot wait. Hopefully the last couple of days are good for you. Travel safe to Milwaukee, and we'll see you soon. I'll be there, like I said, I think Wednesday night. Cannot wait.
Yay. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good one. Oh, do you want any sponsors or people you want to thank or plugs, anything like that?
Are you ready for the list? Hold on. Ready? I didn't write it. This is off the top of my head. Number 1, right. Punch. Number 2, the new sponsor, OnlyFans. We out here.
Okay.
Number 3, Primal Nutrition. My meal prep, they got me on weight. We're good. Go Fit, Professor Gaines, Carlos Blaine. These are massage therapists, Go Fit and Carlos. Also Native Roots, Guerrilla Warfare. I don't know where the logo. It's somewhere here in the corner, I think. Dude,
how do you? I love that you know that. You ready? Give me 8 seconds. I didn't put that up there because I wasn't sure. Boom! There it is.
Guerrilla Warfare. Shane.
That's what's up.
There. And then Crushing Soap Company, all natural soap, and I think that's it. I was pressing for more, but like we did good.
I love it. The Sucker Punch has got them running up. Yeah, shout out to Guerrilla Warfare. They've been doing good things here with us at Fight Bananas. So, but there we go. Danielle Pitbull, appreciate your time. And like I said, we'll see you in a couple of days in Milwaukee.
Awesome. Thank you.
Later.